So this 7 days is very crucial for wiping out the evidence. That is where at the very outset, my lord, we think, my lord, that there should have been an interim order. The state would not have objected to the same, that the court is granting CBI. State should not have objected, since the statement is coming from the highest authority of the state. Now the state is coming with a very different stand.
The accused will be acquitted. And I will show it to your lordship how he will be acquitted. Because this very commissioner of police was the inspector general of the CID when Kamduni murder took place. A modus operandi by this Vineet Goel. My lord, he needs to go. He is so powerful, nobody can touch him. And my lord, this is all on record. 2023, any student who opposes this man is ragged in the hostel. And it is on record, but they will do nothing.
Your client shouldn't be working anywhere.
Yes.
Let him be at home. Let him be at home. He is so powerful, sir. He can't engage because a government council is representing him.
Lord, I am praying for leave to file the application on behalf of the unfortunate parents who lost their daughter, that is postgraduate student, Lord. So,
The parents of...
yes, Lord. I am appealing for the parents, Lord. So, my Lord, I want to intervene that the public interest litigation already
What is
filed.
the prayer in that petition?
That prayer is that the investigation should be done by under the court monitoring, because I have doubt, Lord, there is no at all the investigation has been done fairly and properly. Because initially, first, Lord, the information has been given at 9:30 p.m. that my daughter is unwell. Thereafter, after 15 minutes, thereafter again the phone come that your daughter is committed suicide. Immediately we rushed to the hospital, but the hospital authority detained me for 3 hours. They did not allow to see my daughter.
Granted. Leave grant.
I'm grateful, Lord. I'm giving the petition, Lord.
Your Lordship, if I permitted to mention, the appellant, Your Lordship, is without electricity connection. We had challenged the impugned order of the single bench, Your Lordship. If it would be taken up for 2-3 days, he is without electricity. Your Lordship, a provisional assessment order was made. We had challenged that order. Thereafter, we have filed this appeal, Your Lordship, against the Honorable Single Bench's order.
What was the single bench's order?
Single Bench's order was that, Your Lordship, it held that the assessment was rightly made. But then, Your Lordship,
Is there not any appellate remedy?
Your Lordship, final order has to be passed. They are saying that they have passed the final order, but the document that given as the final order, it is just a calculation. It is not the order. That is why when it was previously taken up, a report was called for in the
How
form
much is the amount payable?
around 2 lakhs, Your Lordship.
It's a residential building?
Yes, Your Lordship. The issue is, my contention was that it's not a residential building, Your Lordship. The land on which the assessment, it's a agricultural land. For a mortar in the agricultural land, this was done.
Next week.
If it would be.
Yes.
Subject to the leave of the case. Look, I do not have any protection. In fact, I belong to scheduled caste category, and there is a dispute between me and the private respondent. And I went to the police station, but police station do not entertain me and do not allow me to lodge the complaint. After a few hours of sitting in the police station, police then asked me, I will dictate you. And the dictation complaint will be entertained by the police authority. Under such complaint system, I lost the complaint according to the dictation of the police authority. But no steps has been taken by the police concerned. Under such compelling circumstances, I filed a writ application, and that was ultimately not entertained. Become unsuccessful in the writ application and prefer. Against the order of the writ application, I prefer the
Lordship, may be permitted to mention a public interest litigation upon notice for inclusion in the list, Your Lordship.
It's a fresh matter?
No, Your Lordship, it's a pending matter of 2022. The urgency is that the petitioners are AI workers, artificial insemination workers under the NPCBB scheme. Now they are not receiving any the accessory kits mandated under the scheme, so their livelihood is being affected, Your Lordship.
We heard this matter earlier.
Yes, Your Lordship. On 2 occasions it was taken up. The state had entered appearance.
And who appeared for the state?
The learned advocate general had appeared, Your Lordship.
But he is not available, no? Already give after 2 weeks, we'll try to include it.
Grateful, Your Lordship.
Permitted to mentioning for inclusion in the list, Your Lordship.
Yes, please call.
Appellate side daily list, serial number 1.
My lord, this is my petition, my lord.
This is
Issues are, my lord, identical.
Yes.
Item 1, 2,
No,
3.
there are
Every-
totally 5 writ petitions.
yes.
I think the common prayer in all the writ petitions is for a investigation by CBI.
My lord.
Yes.
Correct?
My lord.
And apart from that, some writ petitions, your case, you want installation of CCTV camera,
Yes.
then resting place,
Yes.
washroom.
Yes. And impleading, my lord, the erstwhile principal and the erstwhile MSVP also a party to the proceeding.
There is somebody mentioned yesterday stating that something needs to be done to the doctors who are on strike because the hospital is not able to function.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, yes.
Item number 5.
Item
That
5.
is item number 5, I mentioned that. This is the
Sir.
thing is going on and that has to be looked into. Because yesterday 2 patients has been died. Today, what will be happen, we don't.
But then the doctors are not implemented in any capacity.
My lord, I am pointing out that the not doctor, that the state of machineries or any other authorities
But then
may
they
be
need to
directed
talk to them.
protect
No?
the patient at least.
See, you should look to the other side also. Of course, it is true that the patients are suffering because the doctors are not are on strike. It is not a phenomena in West Bengal alone. It has spread to the other states.
Yes, yes, all over the India.
So this situation is anomalous situation. But at the same time, you need to also take note of their feeling. If one of their colleagues has been so brutally been dealt with, so their feeling also needs to be appreciated. So for which, if suppose there is some association or something, if they can be implemented, if you give the name, we can suo motu implement them. We can put them on notice. 1 or 2 of them can come here to court. They need not even engage a lawyer. We'll appeal to them. At least for the sake of the patients, something can be done. What is the state doing, Mr. Banerjee?
Look, as far as the investigation is concerned, a thorough, transparent investigation is on. And I use the word transparent because the family is updated constantly by the highest officers of the police force about the progress that is being made.
No, the parents are also before us.
Yes, if your lordship so desires, I shall not, for the purpose investigation, I would not, because your lordship kindly see that social media is full of incorrect statements. Not the problem of social incorrect, even in one of the writ petitions, one boy's name has been taken. Social media is flashing the picture of one boy. He is a boy from humble background in the district of Bankura. He is very much present over here. His picture is being flashed that he's missing.
That we can't do anything.
That is only.
We can't gag the press. No.
No, may I only? No, this is not gagging the press. May I say this? We have a helpline. I'm giving the number of that. Anybody has.
Sir, at the end of the day, the parents who are now before court, keep alone Mr. Bakshi's case or whoever is it, the leader of opposition has filed it, and 2 more social activists have filed. But more importantly, we have granted leave for the parents of the victim to file the writ petition. So, what does the Honorable Supreme Court say? To transfer investigation, the court should be satisfied that the investigation is not proceeding in the manner it should proceed, or it doesn't instill confidence on the persons concerned, more particularly the family of the victim. So, state police undoubtedly has been done some investigation. I think picked up 1 person has been arrested till now. Of course, we also read these newspapers. We can't be without. There is a statement from the highest authority of the state stating that some ultimatum has been granted till Sunday. If nothing happens, the state is willing to transfer it to the central agency. That's the statement we read. Maybe right or wrong. That's up to the state to make a submission. But you will have to cover all these angles.
Everything with deepest respect, may I file a report in the shortest time that your lordship fixes? I will, with the full details of the investigation in a sealed cover before your lordship, for your lordship.
My lord, only one thing, my lord.
I shall keep the detail because when an investigation is such a thing, I cannot let it go public. But for your lordship's perusal, I shall file a detailed report covering every aspect.
My lord, what we are
I
saying,
have not gone through the full investigation myself. My lord, we won the midline oil last night. I have gone through the entire thing. I can satisfy you. I'm 100% confident that if your lordship peruses the report, your lordship will see that every aspect has been taken into consideration. Everything has been. Most of the we shall be able to, except for there are some scientific tests which need to be done. Except for that,
No.
the shortest period will be able.
As of now, the court is not expressing any opinion on that. Now, today is the first day, all the writ petitions have been filed. You let copies be served on all of them.
Some of them have not been served. The
parents, we have served.
Parents, one has not been served.
Just now we have done.
But I have got the parents' word. But it has been sent to for
The
affirmation.
double period is here. You can serve it here and now.
So you please, all of you, please serve it on the ground pleader, probably within 2 hours from now. Then let them take instructions, let the report come in a sealed cover. That is one aspect regarding the investigation and how you are going to proceed. The second aspect is, what is the assurance you will give to the doctors? The doctors are on strike. They are, as I said, that you can't ignore their feelings. The state missionary should enter into a dialogue with them, because it is such a noble profession. The innocent patients shouldn't suffer. It's not that they purposely want to do it, but the incident is so gruesome as portrayed in the press as well as in the writ petitions. Is so gruesome. They are justified. They are justified in a way. How do they express their emotion? So what they feel is, if it has happened to X, why will not happen to?
Absolutely, 100%. I'm not for a moment, because I'm not treating this matter as adversarial.
And they want some CCTV, the place to be illuminated.
that will be done.
These are all basic things.
There is, fortunately, it is not that the area is fully without CCTV. In fact, we have been able to track the entire movement through CCTV. So there were CCTVs, but there should have, if your lordship says, there should be more. But as your lordship knows, the entire campus, it is very difficult to bring every inch of the campus under CCTV.
No. You can bring the entire state under CCTV. We have done peak of COVID. I will tell you what happened in the High Court of Madras. It is also a chartered High Court. Every district court complex, subdivisions, we don't have Sadar. We have courts spread over the district. There are totally 36 districts at that time. All had CCTV. Honorable Justice A.P. Sahi was our Chief Justice. So to monitor that, our in-house software team developed a software to aggregate all CCTV throughout the state. Every day, 2 hours, the Chief Justice will spend in the High Court campus in Chennai, viewing the entire state. So nothing is impossible. You have got an excellent team of IT professionals.
Only one thing, Lordship, kindly see how the investigation is going on. Yesterday, the principal resigned from his post. Now he has been assigned his in National Medical College. He should be.
What you want me to? What is
Lordship, what we have won, my lord.
First of all,
what is his role concerning this?
Because he is the principal of Archikar College.
But then he has been made as a party here.
No, yes. In my writ petition, I have sought that the erstwhile principal as well as the erstwhile MSVP to be made and accused in the criminal proceeding, because they cannot shrug away from the responsibility.
That is 6th and 7th.
We have, I'm praying leave, my lord, to add that.
Also, not required. Sir, simply you file applications, you will delay it, sir. You will delay it. Just to satisfy the petition, you want to file this application. Already, this Professor Sandeep Kumar Ghosh and Dr. Sanjay Vashisht, both of them are responsible.
So, they are
have
not.
You served? Wait.
Yes.
Have you served them?
My affidavit is also there.
And anybody is.
We are of the military principal, but the copy has not been served up.
We'll do it, sir. They will do it in 2 hours.
I have served upon Mr. Shen Gupta already, my lord. In item 2, my lord.
And your writ petition has to be served. After affirmation, you serve it.
My lord,
Your lordship may give at the medical council as a party respondent.
Medical council, what is it going to do, sir? Sir, which is your petition? Serial number? 5, you give that 5.
The association, as your lordship indicated.
Yes, these doctors need to be heard in the matter. They have to ventilate their grievance. Some forum should be there. The state should endeavor to do that. State should endeavor to do that. Get into a dialogue with the doctors.
I'm not going to blame and talk to them.
It should have been done by now.
That I do not have, whether it has comments or not, I do not know. I'll have to take instructions on, but it's a serious concern. It's not that I brush off at all. It's a serious concern because the hospital should be fine and the doctors there should be made because feel secure.
Your interim prayer is that. Main prayer is not. But is anybody there? Any of the doctors are present here? Nobody is here.
The doctor is supposed to be here at 12.
Who?
Some of the doctors who are here doing the intern, they might be present before the hospital. Possible.
But the forensic expert had interacted yesterday when I had been to the place to express my solidarity. They said the postmortem report indicates this sort of injury could not have happened only by one single individual. There must be multiple action by multiple persons. Postmortem of the person. Therefore, this requires the investigation.
I dispute. Because
they will definitely.
I will, as I said, I will file an exhaustive, detailed report as far as the entire examination is concerned. For your lordship.
But what they say is, prima facie opinion is that this assault could not have been committed by a single person.
That is not correct. Because I am saying, my humble submission is, I have taken specific instruction on that. That when it is a case of multiple, the nature of injuries would be slightly different. I don't want to say all this in open court right now, but in the report, I shall give it. Because if your lordship, I shall file.
All right.
With the deepest of humility,
Forensic experts, they have categorically made this statement. Let us, a forensic expert engaged in government health service. Who they are? Yes, if he wants to get the name, I'll get the name. Give
No, don't tell the name.
It's not necessary. But prima facie, it is a case where the parents also feel that this couldn't have been done by a person who intended to only commit rape. The others must be involved, and that requires investigation. And this investigation.
Right, the parents are here before court. We have granted leave to.
Yes, I am appearing for that. Like.
May I say this? Milord, the injuries, the parents, these are the injuries with their permission. The postmortem, with their permission, the postmortem was done. They were informed. They made a request. The request was kept. That a lady doctor should be there. That was whatever. But I repeat and reiterate, whatever was the request of the family, that was immediately complied with. In fact, even the inquest and everything, it took us some time because we had to get a judicial officer. So, everything, I shall give it to your lordship sequentially, the entire thing, the report. Why? There is nothing to hide. I am carrying out an extremely transparent investigation, and I shall bring that out. I myself volunteer.
This is not a private dispute. Sir.
Yes.
It's not a private.
I am.
Only one thing. I would beg to dispute. I would beg to dispute with the submissions as has been advanced by Mr. Banerjee. I have annexed a newspaper article in page number. Yes. And the video evidence are also there. I can produce it before the court. The family members were not made allowed after the body was taken away. The family members absolutely had no idea. The body was made to go to the hospital.
The parents are before court.
Yes.
You can't be canvassing a case for them.
No,
it is up
no,
to
no,
them.
yes.
But with your lordship's kind leave, my lord, insofar as item 2 is concerned, my lord, I am grateful, my lord, that the parents have gathered courage and finally are before, my lord, the honorable court of law, my lord. That will be the lead case.
That will be the lead case.
My lord, we kindly appreciate only one aspect, my lord. Insofar as the state is concerned, they are justifying about the investigation which has been undertaken. But my lord, the state in which the body of the victim was found, my lord, it was bleeding, my lord. Blood was coming out from the eyes, from the mouth, from the genital area, my lord. The my lord, bedding, my lord, that was soaked with blood, and so was she was in a half-naked condition. But my lord, this most striking aspect is, my lord, the state registered a UD case, an unnatural death case, that is a case of suicide. So, my lord, this casts a reasonable apprehension about the conduct of the state, my lord. My lord, I am grateful, my lord, to a few young doctors, my lord, who have taken the pain and made this flow chart. This will explain in detail, Mr. Banerjee. This is a flow chart that we'll be relying upon. No, WhatsApp. So, my lord, this is exactly the sequence of events which followed, my lord. And now, my lord, there are statements coming that there is no objection if the case is transferred to the CBI, but that will require time till Sunday. So, my lord, a particular person who is a civic volunteer, there are orders of the Honorable Court, my lord, as well as memos, that civic volunteers cannot even roam in isolation when the police, unless accompanied by police personnel. Despite that, a civic volunteer, my lord, now he has surfaced. It is being stated that it is the case of one man. My lord, there is an inquest report which is doing round in the social media, a part of which has been pleaded, my lord. It requires superhuman capability, my lord, to inflict such type of injury within a period of 30 to 40 minutes, my lord, on the person of the victim, my lord. It is not possible, my lord, for a single person, my lord, to inflict so much of pain and so much of wounds, my lord, on a poor, my lord, helpless victim, my lord, who has lost her life. And, my lord, there are statements, my lord, from the ruling dispensation, my lord, this is not political, this is all on the media, that ideally the civic volunteer should be encountered. There should be an encounter. But there is every apprehension, my lord, that with the passing days, it is basically the valuable evidence which is being, my lord, destroyed. With every passing day, the conduct of the police, my lord, is also suspect, my lord. First of all, my lord, the very act of registration of an unnatural death case is enough to cast apprehension, my lord. I am extremely grateful, my lord, to Mr. Bhattacharya's clients, my lord, that they have gathered courage. They have, my lord, come up before the Honorable Court of Law. They were not, my lord, they were, my lord.
In this flow chart, of course, there is no
My lord.
signature to it anyway.
My lord.
On the middle of it, you'd say,
My lord.
first attempt to cover up by police administration,
Yes.
postmortem.
Yes.
Suicide declared by police.
Yes.
Victim blaming done by principal.
Yes.
Reason given, psychosis.
Yes, my lord. That is what, my lord, the students are saying, that these are the sequence of events. This is what transpired. Mr. Bhattacharya will be in a better position to explain, to clarify to the Honorable Court, my lord.
Due to protest, this does not work.
Yes.
Then postmortem and first line of investigation.
Yes, my lord.
Rape and murder declared by the Commissioner of Police.
Yes.
After 36 hours.
Yes.
One person has been apprehended.
Yes, a particular civic volunteer. And the civic volunteer is making statements immediately that yes, hang me. I do not mind. And there are statements that yes, he should be killed by way of an encounter.
My lord, I have already annexed one
please,
document.
Please, just
page 12.
But is it a reason that at the first instance, they said the cause of death was suicide?
That was not said by the police.
You can use the mics.
That was not said by the police, because police would not say anything till an investigation happens.
Or the hospital administration.
Somebody may have said, who has said it, we do not know. But I've also heard this part. But who has spread this information? That is, police has not said. I have spoken to every.
This is from the parents. First at 10:35 a.m., a telephone call came. Are you the parents of such and such? Replied, yes. What happened? Your daughter is ill. Come sharp. The father requested, what nature of the illness? Please tell us. Said, no, we can't say anything. Please come sharp. Then subsequently another call 10-15 minutes after, that your daughter has committed suicide. Well, they were preparing to rush to the hospital. Suicide? Who are you? I am one ASC, something like that. But the doctors will tell you better what had happened. And then they rushed to the hospital. They were kept sitting 3 hours far from the dead body. Police asked them, you sit here. And then after 3 hours, the parents were taken to the dead body. And so long they were telling that she has committed suicide. The parents were really surprised that she is a normal person. She went there for duty. How could it happen? Then ultimately they found that the body, when it was little bit uncovered for identification, bears huge injury from their own estimation of a normal person.
So the parents were allowed to see the
Yes.
body of the victim.
After 3 hours. Then all these things police followed, and in the meantime, police had requested them over the telephonic message. This is the request from the top of the executive. Get the matter settled. Don't talk to others on this issue. But we don't will not identify and say X, Y, Z responsible. No. The chief minister herself has said it will be transferred to CBI after 10 days or 7 days. Now, these 7 days is utilized as a hunch.
Yes.
Lord, we have experience, Lord, in case of cheat fund matter, that the special investigation team chairman, who was the commissioner of police, he was utilized to destroy the evidence. When the matter was transferred to CBI by the Supreme Court, CBI made him accused that he have destroyed the evidence. Therefore, we have experience which tells us to tell before the court that this time might be utilized for the purpose of wiping out the evidence. Therefore, CBI should be directed to take up investigation here and now.
Yes. Monitoring by
And let them also assist the CBI authorities if they are so sincere.
If it is a fact that the administration initially, somebody called the parent and said it is a case of, first it's a case of sickness, second it's a case of suicide, then there is a miss somewhere.
May I say this? Has my learned friend's client ever disclosed from which number they have got the calls? I am beseeching my learned friend to kindly give it. We shall.
All right, we'll keep that aside. No, wait.
I will get the call from police.
No. You have received 2 phone calls that was just submitted. So please give us this phone call numbers.
How could it be? The parents are in such a situation, they will record the phone number.
No. Phone number in the phone, you will get it.
But in view of registration of Tala police station case, UT case number 161, my lord, I understand, my lord, the phone number will not be relevant because it is on record, my lord, that the police registered a case of suicide. It was an UD case, my lord, unnatural death case which was registered.
Well, may I answer everything one by one?
So is it a fact, sir?
May I say this? Milord, what happens? When an incident happens, any incident where death has happened, it is immediately a UD case because procedural things have to happen. Now, till such time a complaint is received on the basis of which a case gets started, a UD case is an unnatural death case.
Sir, it is not a case where suppose a convict prisoner is unwell in the correctional home. The hospital or the clinic in the correctional home is not able to treat him. He is shifted to a hospital. There he collapses or he is no more. Then the family says some hanky-panky has happened. Therefore, it's a case of suspicion that is different. But this person is part of the system, sir. So and should not the administration show some remorse?
No.
If it is a fact that the parents were kept waiting for 3 hours.
Let me, this is of these are statements which
do not be fair to the entire issue, sir. Let us be fair.
Yes.
No, it's a doctor who spent her life working for the.
Absolutely, Milord. I'm saying this, but Milord, these incidents, I can only make submissions on facts which are pleaded in the petition.
No.
I can come with Milord, this petition. I have not
know the facts, sir. Suppose you don't tell the truth, then what to do? Probably we will have to put them in the box, ask them to.
Lord, that's why I am saying, Lord, this submission is made. Give me the shortest time, Lord. I shall come with a report.
If this was true, if this
is true, that is subject to it being
3 hours, the parents have been asked to come. and they were being informed that it is a case of suicide, then administration has
Milord,
not been with them. Administration has not been.
may I make this submission? Your Lordship will kindly
You can't treat the deceased as if it was a patient or a person who has been brought from a correctional home for treatment. There should be more, little bit sensitivity to these issues.
Absolutely. So we have to look at these phone numbers to find out who has made this call. I am not for a moment. Again, my lord, I say this. I am not taking this matter as adversarial. I am saying that give us, my lord, may I say this?
Suppose these doctors are made parties, and if suppose somebody comes with an affidavit saying that the principal said it was a case of psychosis, he blamed the victim, then it's a very serious matter.
No, that's the principle. Then, my lord, today I am.
It become oath against oath. Let the former principal file an affidavit. They will file an affidavit.
Fine. I'm not stopping that. I'm not saying that. But my lord, today I am only.
By now, a statement should have been recorded from the principal.
Yes.
What did he say? Somebody in the administration, the ward boys, how many?
Everything. There are more than 35 statements recorded. Lord, today, if your lordship gives me an opportunity, I shall give everything before your lordship. Lordship gives me the shortest time, what I'm saying.
Only a very short thing, my lord. At the
I
very
am not
outset,
trying to say everything. 35, more than 35, 40 statements have been recorded.
my lord,
But not
all
of
such
principal.
all such
Principal
vehement
resigned from this institute. In the morning says I'm resigning for the government servants. In the evening, he's appointed principal and another adjacent medical college.
We are here, my lord, on the gruesome incident that has happened and the investigation. My lord would kindly.
And the attending circumstances.
Yes. My lord, that is why.
In the incident, the investigation and the attending circumstances.
So
suppose if he has stepped down, owing moral responsibility, etc. It is rather surprising that he should be rewarded within less than 12 hours.
I will take and come back to your lordship with
But
that.
especially,
only one thing, my lord, that
But because this is not a case, my lord, may I say this, my lord? Today, my lord, when these statements are made, I have to take instruction on various things.
You please take.
I have to take one and I'll come back.
All right. In the meantime, there is an apprehension that if time lost, there is chances of something getting derailed. How do you ensure that that doesn't happen?
I am coming to your lordship within 24 hours.
24
Tomorrow morning, your lordship,
hours.
I will come with
only one thing.
24 hours, everything will
today, my lord, whatever time I take, I'll have it prepared.
kindly keep it at
Tomorrow morning, that is the earliest I can come. I am trying to, my lord, expedite matters as fast as possible. Your lordship gives me 24 hours. I don't think I'm being very unreasonable.
Yes.
But
Tomorrow morning,
vehement
I
objections
give
are
an
coming.
exhaustive report, which will also deal with the submissions made from the bar, which were not in the petitions, because there are a lot of things which are not. Petitions have been
But
served.
may I only just point out
There are
one
many
thing? All these
petitions which have
vehement
been served.
objections are coming from the part of the state. It was at the very outset that had come from the highest authority of the state that it should be immediately transferred to the CBI. Now she comes up with a statement saying that after 7 days. So, my lord, this is absolutely suspicious. Within this 7 days, evidence would be wiped out. My lord, I have annexed a newspaper article with this, which says, page number 21 of my application, no objection to CBI probe, says the highest authority of the state on the very next day. Now, my lord, she comes up with a statement after 7 days. So this 7 days is very crucial for wiping out the evidence. That is where at the very outset, my lord, we think, my lord, that there should have been an interim order. The state would not have objected to the same, that the court is granting CBI. State should not have objected since the statement is coming from the highest authority of the state. Now the state is coming with a very different stand. My lord, kindly sees this creates a cloud of suspicion over the entire state of affairs. My lord would kindly appreciate this.
My lord,
My lord, may I beseech your lordship kindly,
Mr. Banerjee, just
tomorrow morning, your lordship sees
My
it.
lord, on the
If every allegation that is made today, I can't tell you if it's fresh allegations made tomorrow from the bar, but as of now, whatever allegations have been made, I shall deal with everything in a report by tomorrow morning, 10:30 before your lordship.
My lord, I have twofold objection. First objection is that the case diary is the heart of the investigation. These reports are of no consequence. Let them produce the case diary before your lordship at 2 o'clock today. And the last matter, which was transferred to the CBI in 2022, with regard to the rape and murder of a victim, where her body was burned before it was sent for postmortem, was argued by me. My lord, in the morning I took leave, 2 o'clock it was kept. And my lord, at 8 o'clock, the investigation was transferred to CBI. Yes, it has been annexed by my lord.
Part of an annexure in our petition.
Because I had argued that matter. My lord, I had brought about the scientific evidence which is there. And I'd be rest assured, my lord, 10 years from now, because I have argued Kamduni, in which the acquittals took place. This case will go just the Kamduni way. The accused will be acquitted. And I will show it to your lordship how he will be acquitted. Because this very commissioner of police was the inspector general of the CID when Kamduni murder took place. It is due to his blotching up of the entire case that today Kamduni has failed. I was a defense counsel. I defended them. But today when I appear for the victim, this person has now been rewarded by being made a CP. This person should be put on compulsory waiting. He is the person who is responsible for the Kamduni rape and murder because he was the head of the investigation. He blotched it up completely. And the same thing he has done. What he has done, he has, on the victim's body, he bought a scratch mark. In the Kamduni case, same thing happened. They bought a scratch mark on the victim. We argued, and this honorable court acquitted that person with a scratch mark. Same thing. Same modus operandi by this Vineet Goel. He needs to go.
He directs production.
2 o'clock. Let it come at 2 o'clock. Hear it and transfer it.
2 o'clock. Let it be at 2 o'clock.
Anybody from the police is there to instruct you?
Yes, there.
The case diary is with them.
No, case diary, I can bring them. That's not issue. But if you want the report.
Why do we need a report? What report? Case diary is the heart of an investigation. The case diary is a case diary.
The report, may I submit, the report.
I will show from the case diary what they have been up to.
Which are being made, which is beyond the case diary. For that, we need to file a report. We'll keep that.
Absolutely no.
May I?
Bring the case diary at 2 o'clock.
This way it cannot happen. But I am saying, there are submissions which have been made with regard to the 3 hour. Those things may not be in the case diary. For that, your lordship will call for a report.
That is correct. But then.
And we can get them. Tomorrow morning, I am coming back 1 hour.
No. It's the crime scene. Ultimately, it's the crime scene.
Your lordship tells me when your lordship will. I am saying
within half an hour.
I am
Let it be at 12 o'clock.
I shall come with a detailed report. I said that the earliest was tomorrow at 10:30. I shall come because.
Why do you register a case of unnatural death?
I shall give it to your lordship. Why? The details I should give it. The case that there is 100% the court, that's too. And that will.
And this is not the way the victim should have been dealt with, especially when the victim was a doctor in the very same.
May I take instructions?
And does the principal require, advice on all these things? I should handle medical legal cases.
This is the same principal who during COVID-19 was held responsible for ventilators there was a huge scam with regard to ventilators, and this person is the sole accused. Nothing was done. He was transferred within 48 hours. He was brought back. He was transferred to Murshidabad. Within 1 month, he was brought back. Last year in 2023, there was a massive ragging scandal in Maniktala RG Kaur hostel. Everything was hushed up. He is so powerful, nobody can touch him. And this is all on record. 2023, any student who opposes this man is ragged in the hostel. And it is on record, but they will do nothing.
As far as these things,
no man is above laws.
But if I cannot make a submission, then
you no point. Please.
The bio-waste scam, which is the biggest scam in this state, this same principal is responsible. Fast, enumerating from RG Court. Tell them to say no.
I am appearing on behalf of the principal. Will this kind of reckless statement cannot.
But then, if you are such a powerful person, you step down today within 4 hours, you are rewarded with the same. Are you such a powerful person?
I believe Lordship has dealt with at least 5 matters before this court.
Yes, those are all on tenders, etc. That is different. And PILs came.
Right.
That was a different issue. But then, see, he is virtually the guardian of all the doctors who are working there.
True.
And if he doesn't show any sympathy or empathy, then who else will show? He should be kept at home. Your client shouldn't be working anywhere.
Yes.
Let him be at home. Let him be at home. He is so powerful, sir. He can't engage because a government council is representing him.
No.
You are not a panel counsel.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. Of course I am.
There is no bar. There is no bar.
I am
There is no bar.
the Varjikar authorities.
Well, somebody accepts moral responsibility and he steps down. You don't reward him overnight within 4 hours. All right, you become the chairman of this institution.
Milord, may I say, I shall have to, these are issues, Milord, I have to take, Milord. As I said, as far as the
Where is he posted now? Where is he posted now?
Calcutta National Medical College.
They are also gone on strike now.
They have also gone on strike.
They have locked the principal's room. They say we don't want this man ever to enter
Yes.
the college and pollute it like he did in Arjikor.
Calcutta
National Medical College.
But he had resigned from the government service, not from the post of
Yes.
You make the suggestion. How do you ensure that nothing goes amiss or nothing goes wrong within this 1 day, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours? You please ensure.
Milord, may I say this? May I say this? As I stand today, it's about.
No, have you formed a special investigation?
Yes.
Who heads the SIT?
It is headed by a deputy commissioner of police and it is under the direct supervision of the additional commissioner of police 1, Mr. I'm not taking names. Additional commissioner 1. He under his direct supervision. And he is, if your lordship was also seen, I've also seen some of the papers, your lordship will find that he is personally supervising the entire thing.
This additional commissioner.
He is additional commissioner of police 1. That is he's the highest. Just below the rank of commissioner of police, he's the next officer.
You should name. Tomorrow, this person will again be shifted somewhere else.
No. He's everything also.
It happens.
Definitely, we don't believe you.
Experience.
Because of this Vineet Goyal. The body has been destroyed. Why? Why was it? What was the hurry in putting the body in?
That we can't say, no. The family
We are hearing one
family,
matter.
the family has accepted it.
But the body is the most important piece of
That is true, sir. You are a public interest litigant. The parents have accepted the body, done the last rites. What right have you got over and above the parents?
That is not.
And a statement has been recorded from this Professor Sandeep Kumar Ghosh. You please find out.
No.
Why?
It will be done.
What is
because we are in day
72 hours.
Who is in custody of all these things?
72 hours gone by.
He is the first person from whom you
can't make a submission when I'm
No, he is the first person from whom statement should have been recorded. He is the head of the institution.
May I say
Superintendent
this?
also, you should have recorded the.
Milord, may I say this? Today, Milord,
they are not above law, sir. They are
nobody is saying above law.
They may be government servants, they may be government doctors, they may be experts. We don't underestimate their their proficiency, their expertise.
Absolutely.
But then
I am not
he is
promoting.
occupying an administrative post.
Absolutely.
If he heads the medical department, he heads the surgical department, orthopedic department is a different matter. Once he becomes a principal or a superintendent, he is an administrator. If he is an administrator, you should have recorded a statement from him. Why do you protect? Let him tell the truth. This is what I came to know. Because in the early hours it has happened. Probably by the time he reported to office, by 10:30 only he would have come to know, or 9:30 he would have been informed over phone. So let him, that statement is the basis, sir.
Today, Milord, the actual investigation was taken up with the highest speed. Full details. Today, first thing first is about this entire incident. Entire CCTV footages that were available, that was scanned. Every person who was seen in the CCTV footages were not. So the priority was first over here. So Milord, today, every person seen in the CCTVs, their statements were recorded, their movements were justified, their everything was done. This person was the identification of this person take place. He's where he was posted. I'll tell you Lordship what. I have a small. Yes. Now, from around 9:30, the phone call was made to the family of the deceased. Around 9. My learned friend was absolutely correct. 2 phone calls.
We have assistant superintendent.
Yes, we have identified whose phone call it was. It was the assistant superintendent of the hospital. who had made these calls. 2 calls were made. Thereafter, my lord, the information came to the inspector in charge of the hospital, RG hospital outpost. It was around 10:10 that the information was received by the inspector in charge of the RG hospital outpost.
10:10.
10:10. By about 10:30, by 10, no, the RG outpost is 10:10. The local police station is informed around 10:30. And immediately, my lord,
That is Tala police station.
Tala police station. Because the hospital is the outpost, the police station is Tala police station. He immediately gets in touch with the deputy commissioner, his superior is the deputy commissioner, then joint commissioner, additional commissioner, all messages were sent. Immediately instructions given. By 11 o'clock, the homicide team reaches RG hospital. By this time, about 150 people had gathered at the hospital.
They are doctors.
Yes.
Doctors, students.
150. It is very difficult to identify a mob. Doctors, students, outsiders, patient party. Around 11:30. All senior police officers, include right up to the rank of additional CP, was there at the site, at the hospital site. All senior officers were there.
Yes.
The parents who had been given the information, they came from Shodhpur. They arrived at around 1 o'clock.
But Shodhpur, it's in BT road, no? 45 minutes it will take probably.
But this is the time around which
right. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Your Lordship, I do not know.
Absolutely.
I be slightly ashamed, but the fact is, well, Mr. Judge, your Lordship's brother-in-law has a very nervous mind because he's also not aware.
By public transport, it may take 2 hours.
No, but they reach, coming on a serious note,
Parents arrived at 1
on a serious note, they came around 1 o'clock. By this time, the forensic teams, just pausing here for a moment, the incident happened at what is known as the seminar room. Seminar room. By this time, the forensic team was undergoing examination in the seminar room.
1 p.m.
Yes.
Thereafter, after the parents arrived and they expressed their anguish of not being allowed in, there was a commotion. This was immediately informed to the higher officials over there. This commotion happened after their arrival at 1 o'clock. Immediately by 1:10, they were given access into the seminar hall. This story of the submission, because the submissions made, because we have not got a copy of the petition as yet. It has not yet been served.
So 3 hours, according to the 3 hours is...
No, within 10 minutes they were taken. May I say that now, the seminar hall is a fairly big sized room. In that, on one side, the lady was lying. When initially some of the students had gone into the seminar room, they had found her semi-clad. I'm trying to avoid as much words. Somebody had put a cover on her. Somebody has also enclosed the area of the body in a cloth partition.
Cloth partition.
Your Lordship, the hospitals have that, the iron frame and
Green cloth.
green cloth or white cloth, whatever it is. Not
Or
cloth.
here it will be blue cloth.
Maybe whatever. So the cloth partitions with the frame. So somebody had put that sort of a thing to sort of enclose that area. Somebody. This happened before the police reached the spot. Thereafter, after the parents were brought inside the seminar room, they were given a chair to sit over there. I have this side of where the body was. Because at that point of time, the forensic team was in progress. And there was also a huge crowd wanting to come into the PO, place of occurrence. So we had to keep everybody off. And so the entire allegation made so far that we made them wait for 3 hours is, I'm sorry, my lord, it is not a correct statement. Next, after 1 o'clock, the parents came, and 1:10 after they were kept inside over there, there were teams of doctors who was talking with them, us, everybody. One of the main demands that came is that we will not allow the body to leave this place. Whatever has to happen here. There were also demands that there has to be initially two ladies present, lady doctors present. Thereafter, it went up to 3. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Lady present at the time of thing. They also insisted on a judicial magistrate conducting an inquest.
Who insisted? This group?
This group, which was told to the parents also said, we want. When the parents said, as I said, Lord, today when I stand here, the opinion of the parents is most important for me. The parents also the parents also made the demand that a judicial officer be present at the time of inquest. These things, and they also said there should be relatives, there should be the other doctors, all these things. Ultimately, around around 3:55, a demand is made
by the parents,
in writing. No, it is signed by her, by the father. That I have.
What is the gist of the demand?
May I hand it over to you? I need copies. No, I need a copy.
Doesn't matter. It should be part of the case.
I've not had the opportunity to see the case diary. That is why these are documents which I took out. Your Lordship, see at the bottom of the page.
Shekhar Ranjan.
Shekhar Ranjan Devnath. This is the father. Your Lordship, see adjacent to that is the time 3:55. So this is the time which they took for coming up with this. There were, for this representation, we had immediately put in a prayer to the Sialda court for engagement of a judicial magistrate, although in case of an inquest, a judicial magistrate is not called for. But taking into consideration the present situation, the law and order and everything else, immediately, and by by 4:30, the inquest, the judicial magistrate came, inquest started.
4:30.
4:20, 4:20.
In connection with UD case.
After this, after the inquest is over, the inquest is signed. The petition, the inquest is signed. I'm reading from the inquest petition. It's going to bit. Rotnath Devnath, the mother, has signed the inquest report. One, Divyashri.
He's the head of forensic.
D. Roy. When I couldn't make out the full, it's Divyashri or something like that. D. Roy. She's a forensic specialist. She has signed it. And one, Sambhushan, has signed it. So, in any case, important is the mother has signed it. Thereafter, till this time, we could not move the body out of the seminar room because of the huge demonstration going on, and we could not take the body out. We, in fact, I'll tell you, Lordship, I could not have done my inquest till a death is certified by a doctor. Normally, we would have taken the body to the ward where the doctor is and got this examined. We could not because of the chaotic situation over there. The doctor was brought up, they examined in the seminar room, and then ultimately the death certificate was issued. Now, my lord, a lot of things were said about the, and after the, I'll finish this sequence first. Thereafter, after the inquest was completed, in the presence of a judicial magistrate, the inquest also was done under video photography. The entire thing.
Yes.
Then, the next thing that thereafter, thereafter, the body was taken for post-mortem. By that time, around 5:30 p.m. By which time the situation and the hospital became, before that only, the situation became extremely chaotic because political parties came over there. Or if I may use the word, people of diverse political backgrounds arrived at the hospital.
Postmortem examination was between 6:10 p.m. to 7:10 p.m.
And most important, the situation in the hospital was such that the rapid action force had to be brought into the hospital. And after that, the body was handed to the family. Now, once I've given your lordship the sequence of events, the next question I want to address your lordship is the unnatural death case. With greatest respect to all the members of the bar, I say this. Whenever there's an unnatural death and nobody comes forward with a complaint immediately. No, somebody comes with a complaint.
A unnatural death case is always recorded when there's any of these serious crimes occur. May I say this? There are reasons behind this. I'll give you Lordship the reason. Because at the inquest, the forensic examination, all these things come under a particular unnatural death case number. All steps are taken. Mind you, when I...
No, we can't understand, sir. It is not like you found the body lying in the roadside.
I will answer. I will answer.
The superintendent or the principal could have been the complainant.
Yes.
Where is the case of...
Nobody gave the complaint. What can I do?
No, therefore, and you reward him. And you reward him.
May I am not today.
That's enough, sir.
No,
That is out of the bag.
No.
That's, we have heard you. We have heard
Lordship, kindly.
Suo motu complaint should be.
No. May
Complaints are lodged.
you
Suo
protect.
motu
No,
complaint.
I am
should be
not
made.
that. Would your Lordship allow me to make my submissions?
Yes, we have heard you, sir.
Page 48,
Can I
my
just
lord, is an
finish?
identical case, my lord, where my lord investigation was transferred to
Lord,
the
may
CBI.
I finish? my
Mr. Edelji
submissions?
argued
Yes, sir. But this is unacceptable. If suppose you find a body in the, even then, every day newspaper, lost and found, etc. Please give information to this police station. A minimum 10 to 15 photographs with advertisement in publishing all dailies. All dailies.
My lord, may I submit this? May I submit this? As far as we are concerned, unless it is a case where a complaint is made first.
Inhuman.
My lord, today it is, Lord, with greatest respect, my lord. Your Lordship will kindly hear me.
To type this and give. All right, we'll go through the...
No, my lord, Your Lordship will kindly, Your Lordship will allow
You will respond, sir. You will respond. We wanted the case diary. This is the allegation. You have controverted all the allegations. You have said that they have not been made to wait for 3 hours. That's it.
No, and why we have, that's another point Your Lordship asked me. That is why, my lord, I want to submit this. That it is nobody's case that immediately after the complaint was received, there was any delay in recording the FIR.
Around 10:30, local PS was informed.
Whenever the complaint came, immediately before that, no part of the investigation steps taken. Everything was carried out under the UD case number. Blood, it is not that under the UD.
Well, here also comes the role of the principal, erstwhile principal. He should have been the person who have informed.
If I can't, will not finish it.
Focus on the CBI.
We are right now on the investigation point. Today, Millard, and all the steps, is there any step which we could have taken but did not take? Nobody has said that. It is nobody's case. Because we have taken every step that is possible.
So totally 6 statements have been recorded.
No.
Doctors, 6 doctors by the SIT member. And statements of 6 witnesses have been recorded by Tala Police Station in UD case 861 of 20.
No, I think there are more. And we also, when the family wanted copy of the autopsy report, inquest report. Although not, but as the situation was, they were demanding, because again, I am extremely surprised that today the family has a grievance, because the entire time I got the impression that the family was very happy with because everything that the family said.
It was a case of murder. How
Because everything.
Oh my.
Not, probably the word happy is not a
Satisfied.
Was satisfied, very well, was satisfied. Because everything that the family wanted.
How can they at that point of time say, we know everything and we are satisfied? If your lordship goes through the recording of the inquest report.
But this rapid action force, they did not strike anybody. No, actually, in case of a public premises in a public place, if there is unrest which may cause some difficulty to the common man, then police may have to act.
No, but there is one of the constitutes the charter of the demand.
No outsider.
Per law, the victim cannot be named. Now, somebody from Mr. Amitesh's police department has leaked the Surathal report, and that's how the name of the victim has now become knowledge to everybody. We should not have ever taken.
Very unfair comment to make.
It's on record.
He takes names, personal names, and makes.
I'm not saying.
No,
you.
I didn't appreciate this.
I'm not saying that you. I'm saying your department.
Should not have done
No, the victim's name obviously will be known to many.
Yes, but my lord.
How do you say that they have leaked out this
name, a father's name, a address, everything is in the Surathal report. This cannot be done. My lord, the case diary is a protected document. Till such time the charge sheet is submitted, it cannot be leaked to the media.
And before media, the principals also uttered 7 times the name of
my
the
query.
name has been uttered
Should have prosecuted.
7 times by the principal.
The prince.
The inquest report was because the family wanted it. The students wanted it first. We said we cannot give to outsiders. Thereafter, when the family wanted it, we handed it. Now, from the family side, if it has gone out, one doesn't know. I'm not making any allegations about anybody.
Then I would have
It
deleted
is
the
very
name.
unfortunate that Mr. Idulji today says that my people have done it. This is very unfair. One doesn't know who has done it. So it is unfortunate that it got leaked to the media.
Why are you objecting? It
should not have happened.
From the social media.
Principal uttered 7 times.
Let us not
Before
put
the media.
from the
Yes,
issue.
we are on the
But
question of
because
transfer of investigation.
Today, as I said, every possible, your lordship will find a lot of things are being said. But as far as investigation, there is not a line that we have not done X, Y, or Z. Every step as required in law.
Has been relaxed.
Only one
We have carried out.
has been arrested.
Pass information to the below output of the case and FIR. No
That is at
question of
10:30. That is 10:30.
Circumstances are very suspicious, and in order to instill public confidence, my lord,
Let's not digress because
And lot
This is a
can
big
go
case.
through the inquest report.
if they have agreed to transfer.
They have agreed to
therefore
transfer,
changes,
yes.
Primarily. Let it be done here and now.
Monitoring by High Court.
we want a monitoring.
Monitoring by High Court.
Monitoring by High Court.
High Court monitor.
High Court monitoring.
Yes,
You
CBI.
want a continuous bandabus?
Seriously, High Court monitoring.
Yes, yes, of course.
CBI.
I'm agreeing.
But the state is agreeing, my lord, to.
No. CBI. Monitoring by High Court.
We wanted a court monitor CBI investigation.
Court monitoring CBI. Court monitoring CBI.
High Court monitored CBI.
Of course. High Court monitored CBI.
High Court monitored CBI investigation.
We will do it.
Well, one direction was seeking protection of the victim family. Kindly will pass this on.
If there is a threat perception, you give a larger complaint.
My lord, kindly give a direction to the state authority, talk with the agitated doctor who are
They will
there.
talk.
My lord, they
No,
will
that
talk
we
and
have,
settle the.
no, that we have told the senior advocate. The state authorities will talk to the
My
doctors.
lord, kindly add a line in the. My lord, kindly indicate at the one line in the order.
Please, truly appreciative of the feelings vented out by the doctors and the students, and in particular those at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. However, we wish to observe that there is a pious obligation on the part of the doctors to treat their patients, more particularly the patients who come to the government medical college, government hospital, who are not from the affluent strata of society. Therefore, we would appeal to the learned members of the medical profession to discuss with the senior officials of the state government and consider calling off their agitation so that the public who come to the hospital for treatment are not put to prejudice. The learned senior standing council submitted that already the officials of the state government are taking necessary efforts in this direction. That's all.
And my lord, since my lord has transferred it to the CBI, in the event, my lord, there is any apprehension on behalf of the victims, the father and mother of the victims now, they always will have the option, my lord, the CBI
You are
to
here, you are here, sir.
implement the witness protection scheme, my lord. That is there.